Despite the fact that many see him as the underdog, Lamont Roach is confident going into his fight against Gervonta Davis, making it clear that he demands to be taken seriously as he moves up in the ranks. He has been preparing hard, concentrating on power and strategy to counter Davis's aggressive style, and he believes his boxing ability and precision will be crucial to shocking the world. Roach sees this as an opportunity to show off his true potential and prove he belongs at the elite level.
He better take me serious, but I don't think so. I think they're training as hard as they can. I think they trying to put a little mastermind squad together to coach for this fight. And it's gonna be a good fight. I'm gonna tell you like this: we're preparing for the best Gervonta Davis that's gonna be, that everyone's ever seen. That's what we're preparing for. We're not preparing for a guy who might not be focused. We're not preparing for a guy who might be lazy or anything like that. We're preparing for the best version.
Floyd Sheffield Jr. is an emerging lightweight. Lamont Roach is undersized for his forthcoming fight against Gervonta Tank, according to the contender. "I should have won the fight before Lamont Roach, but that's my opinion," said Davis Sheffield Jr., highlighting his belief that Roach is transitioning from super featherweight to lightweight. "May encounter formidable obstacles from the physically intimidating," the claim made by Davis Sheffield Jr. Art emphasizes Davis's size and power advantage, implying that moving up to a higher weight class could be a difficult undertaking for Roach.
And me being a father, no matter what me and Keyshawn had in the past, I just love the way he is with his son. But I gotta respect a man like that. So congratulations to Keyshawn, and hopefully after this weekend, maybe we can make something happen.
That'd be great, man. The 135 has so many people. Just on an ending note, I just want to get your perspective on Tank's fight against Lamont Roach. People are counting out Lamont as well, but how do you see it?
Tank by knockout. Hopefully Lamont can prove me wrong, though. I like Lamont, but I'm just going off of my opinion.
Why?
He's Tank, man. I feel like Lamont's too small. They're both smaller fighters, but I feel like Lamont's just way too small for Tank. But like I said, hopefully Lamont can prove me wrong. He's a great fighter, too. But I just got Tank as a favorite.
How do you see that happening in the fight? Do you think it comes early? Do you think it comes late?
You never know with Tank. You never know. It's all on when he wants to do it. But me personally, I feel like he's going to come late. Probably like 9.
Now, transitioning back to your fight, I asked that question for a reason, because do you feel that you can get a knockout in this fight against Shakur given his style? And if so, when in the fight do you feel we see it?
I feel like it'd be late, but I feel like anybody can knock anyone out. The right punch, anybody can. You could probably knock me out if you hit me correctly. Nah, that's a lie. But but not anybody.
Oh, man, that's 2 disses today. First, I'm an old guy, now I got pillow hands.
No, but truthfully, anyone could get knocked out. Anybody. So never know. I hope Shakur's ready.
All right. Floyd, man, good chatting with you. Good seeing you. Appreciate the time. Floyd Schofield taking on Shakur Stevenson this weekend here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on the DAZN pay-per-view, headlined by Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev.
According to Teofimo Lopez, the WBO super lightweight champion and another up-and-coming boxing star, Davis is just too strong and experienced at this weight class to win, even though he appreciates Roach's talent. Although Lopez said the fight would be fantastic, Lamont's weight increase is a significant step. As someone who has competed in elite competition, Lopez is aware of how challenging it is to advance in the standings and take on a rival who has already established dominance in the division. He also knows that if Roach wants to pull off the upset, his strategy must be flawless. Lopez went on, but in boxing, power is genuine. If you wait and step forward, you feel the punches in a different manner. Tank is one of the sport's hardest hitters, so Roach will need to be really cunning in that situation.
All the history, you gotta love it. What do you think about Tank versus, obviously...
Oh, Roach?
Yeah, Roach.
Well, they've known each other for so long now. They grew up nearby in DC, and I think overall, I think it's gonna be a good fight for as long as Tank wants it to be. Yeah.
You mean he get him out of there anytime?
I think he will. I think Roach, they know each other very well. They know what type of styles they like to put on. They used to fight a lot in the amateurs, probably sparred too. So, I think that it'll just go to show. But remember, everybody got to realize Lamont Roach is going up to 135. He's going up a weight class.
Right.
And I think that's what makes me think that Tank should...
Teddy Atlas, a reputable boxing trainer and analyst, has been one of the strongest supporters of Gervonta Davis's skill set. While many concentrate on his knockout power, Atlas feels that his intelligence and strategy are what make him so dangerous. According to Atlas, people watch the knockouts, but they don't realize that the setup is that Davis isn't just throwing wild punches. Instead, he's searching for the right key and angle, and once he finds it, he knocks his opponent out. Atlas's analysis shows that Davis can adapt in the ring, unlike some power punchers who only use brute force. Davis is methodical and takes his time dissecting his opponents. He observes their motions, searches for any weaknesses, and then capitalizes with lethal precision. Atlas clarified that instead of wasting punches, he forces you to make mistakes and then holds you accountable.
Reminds me of the old-time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying, he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love it. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like, bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room, So he don't, and that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of our time.
Despite constant rumors about potential opponents, Davis is concentrating on the task at hand. Davis stated, "I'm not thinking about who comes next. Retirement isn't on my mind, yet I have more to accomplish." Davis is currently totally focused on Lamont Roach. While Roach might not be as well known as some of the other competitors in the division, Davis is aware that boxing is unpredictable and that ignoring an opponent is one of the worst mistakes a boxer can make. Every fight matters, and Davis is approaching him with the same seriousness. Davis continued, "I take every opponent seriously because, on the other hand, one mistake can cost you everything."
Here with Tank Davis. It's the Tank versus Roach press conference going down March 1st, PBC pay-per-view on Prime. Tank, we know you said up there you're going to retire in 2025. Why did you decide to retire after next year?
Just fed up, just tired of the other bull crap.
You said that you have your opponents mapped out. So who are the opponents for the final stages of your career?
Not to cut you out, I don't really have them really like mapped out, but it's just like,
Anyone in mind that you're thinking about after Roach?
Nah, not yet. I'm just trying to focus on him right now. And then once we get him out the way, then we can,
I have been waiting for this moment, and Lamont Roach is eagerly accepting the greatest battle of his career. He has been calling for this fight for a long time, and now that it is finally coming, he wants to make the most of it. Roach stated that fighting the greatest is the only way for me to demonstrate that I belong at this level. While many question his chances, Roach's camp has been concentrating on honing his craft and devising a strategy to counteract Davis's strength. Roach thinks he will have an advantage because of his quick movements and boxing IQ. People are counting me out, but I love proving them wrong. I know what Tank brings to the table, as Roach mentioned, but I also know what I bring to the table. "Now it's time to show what I can do, Tank," said Roach, who views this as his opportunity to declare himself to the world as one of the best fighters in the sport. Davis might surpass.
It wasn't that he's a big guy who could go to 140. It was that he's so talented and punch so hard that those skill sets can carry up with them in weight. That's what the great ones do. They have that ability. That's why I mentioned Floyd Mayweather wasn't 154, but his skill set was so good. The difference between Tank and Floyd is that Tank got the type of power. When you got power that carry up like Pacquiao, you can move up many weight divisions, not just, the two that he primarily fought in. We saw him dribbling Mario Barrios off the canvas, so we saw him do it at once.
That concludes today's video. Watch this space until the next one.